do, what the business is.
It is another week in the books. It's the OndeckTV podcast. I am Spike Lou.
Man, holla at your boy Animal Brown, the Husky Vegan, a.k.a. RJ Carrots.
RJ
Carrots.
Carrots.
I swear I'm on a roll. I've been on a roll all year. This shit is crazy. How long will it go? Who knows?
Oh, no. RJ Carrots?
Yeah.
What about
You
Brussels?
don't know who RJ Barrett is?
What about
Come on,
Brussels
man.
Westbrook?
You could have gave me that one off air.
Brussels Westbrook.
You could have gave me that off air, and we could have used it next week, dude.
Hey,
Instead
man.
of taking my shine.
My bad.
Animal_Brown if you're looking
cut
for me
that.
on socials.
I am Spike Lou on the Twitters and the Instagrams.
Producer Mxtra was goody.
It's your boy Mxtra3 on all things social media.
Lou, what you have one day for the weekend?
It was slow motion. I had date night, man, and I reached out to Mxtra over here for like, hey, man, give me a...
Y'all went on a date?
No.
Watch out.
my
Man.
bad.
Let
Go
me
ahead.
finish, then we would get to the point.
Come on, man.
So I was like, yo, give me some nice spots, Atlanta native. I know why they call him Mxtra now. Nigga sent the list of 150 restaurants. And it was labeled Mxtra's Atlanta Restaurant Tour.
Oh, my God.
It was 3 texts. Like they came back to back. So
Did you try one, though?
I
or
did
was it
try
popping?
one. I did not try one of them, actually. I went to Pearl Lounge on Peter
all
Street.
that
Oh,
work
my
for-
God.
yeah.
You did all that to go to Pearl?
I did. They finna close that. Did you know that?
That's
I mean, the whole hating. Shout out to the people at Pearl Lounge. They showed me a good time, and they finna close that whole strip on Peter Street.
I heard it.
Yeah, they're turning that to like a residential instead of an entertainment district. So, man, Atlanta people know what we're talking about down there on Peter Street.
Yeah,
They
they're
shutting
doing a lot
it
of
down.
redevelopment.
That's unfortunate. What'd you have up this weekend?
Hit the movies up. Saw Shazam. What? No, it was a very entertaining movie. And it
Waste
even
of
had touching
$15.
moments. No, it was pretty good.
Had touching moments.
It did. It had very touching moments.
Was it better than the Shack? Was it better than the Shack Shazam?
I've never seen Kazam, which
Oh,
is
it's
what
not
the
the same
movie that
thing.
you're referring
Oh,
to.
it's not the same thing.
No, not at
I
all.
thought it was the same thing.
Hell no. But no, this was pretty good though. But other than that, I didn't really do much of shit. I was chilling like a villain on penicillin. Mxtra, what you get into?
I was low key as well. Yesterday I got with the fam for Easter, so I went to my parents'
Eat your
house.
suit ironed out.
No, my aunt's crib, ate, drank, and was merry. For Resurrection
Merry
Day.
Easter, nigga.
For sure.
That's what it do, man. Let's get to this hip hop shit, man. We got a lot of stuff to talk about.
Let's go.
First things first, Nicki Minaj, man. She's had a rough couple of months.
Years.
What?
Last couple of years, Nick. Yeah.
We'll say 15 to 18 months, give or take, man. She's had an album delayed. She's had a canceled tour with Future. And then most recently, man, technical difficulties at Coachella. People could not hear her. She was pissed. She has now parted ways with her management, led by former Lil Wayne manager, Cortez Bryant. She's now under a new team, new regime, ready to bounce back. My question is this a big, little, or no deal?
This should be a big deal. Nicki Minaj is still an A-list star, and her still being an A-list star, regardless of the last turbulent 18 months that she's had, she still has an opportunity to be in a lane that no one else is in. Cardi's still kind of new to the game. She sprung up a lot of brand new female artists, and Nicki Minaj can still kind of changed her trajectory as far as like shitting on the other ones and give them like the blueprint of how to be this successful in the rap game. Nicki Minaj is probably one of the most successful female artists ever, and that wasn't by accident, that was by talent. So she could start laying out the blueprint as opposed to battling all the other female stars like she has in the past. Kind of like extend an olive branch to all of the female stars out there, do her female unity type thing and brand her management on that moving forward. That would put her in a space that we don't see existing right now in hip-hop, like where you have a Hove and you have a Diddy. She could be in that place because she's been in those spaces. She's made that money. She's had that success. Now she got to like turn the corner and not worry about petty rap beefs with Cardi and shit like that, and put herself on another level and provide a blueprint for younger female artists.
Yeah, and that's stuff that we've been saying on the show for the past 5-6 years. I think if she's smart and if her management team is smart, they will take that approach. Now, however, here's the thing. She has to be with that. She's calling her last album was called Queen. Do queens reach down and talk to and pick up Megan Thee Stallions? And do they do that? Because would that fit her brand?
Daenerys Targaryen does Breaker of Chains from Game of Thrones. She does that.
Never heard of it. I don't see that happening because I don't think that she's willing to do that. Her management can talk all they want. She's still mad at her Coachella shit not working. We still don't know why her and Future had a whole tour lined up, and all of a sudden and they got scrapped out of the blue. So things of that nature, I don't know what's going on. Now, she does have a new tour with Chris Brown, which is a pretty big deal.
Who headlining that tour?
That's a co-headliner.
Okay.
Because they're two different genres of music.
Chris Brown.
No, they're two different genres technically. So that's co-headliners, and that's a move in the right direction. That's a big tour. Clearly, that's bigger than her and Future.
So you saying
I don't know.
by her being queen,
Right.
she's not. What I said, she don't want to reach back, and she has no interest in doing that, even if it would mean bettering her image.
That's not
at
a part
this
of a
point.
queen's brand. That's what I'm
That's
saying.
not Nicki Minaj queen brand. That ain't a part of hers specifically. Because just what she put out there, you don't think that she's willing to do so.
No, I think it would have happened by now. And
I
again,
don't
there's a
think-
whole crop of people to choose from.
I don't think that her back has been up against the wall. You at this point now, you're switching management. You coming off one of the biggest concerts that you've had in a long time. Your mic didn't work. Like now your back's against the wall. Like we've been waiting on like even with the Queen album, it came and went. Cardi took her thunder. Cardi like shook the Grammys. Like she has to start like carving out another path if we're going to start remember Nicki Minaj for being one of like what she should be remembered as is like one of the best. But
Right.
she's like writing this what you're saying now, oh, I'm the queen, I gotta shit on girls and I gotta do this and I gotta put myself on this level and let y'all know that y'all are down here on this level. That ain't gonna get her to the next level.
I agree, but the history tells us that
She
she'll
can't do that.
She'll skip the feature for Cash Doll, but will go to
Ariana Grande.
Ariana Grande. She'll do that. She'll do the Katy Perry song.
But Cardi will do both.
That's what I'm saying.
So-
That's where the problem is. So if Nicki is smart, then she will kind of rethink things, take the Drake approach, and she only had to do it a lot. Once every 7-9 months, just jump on somebody's hot record. It's easy. That's how you keep yourself relevant. It's the same formula that Puff do, the same formula that Drake does. It's very, very simple. Listen to us, Nicki. Actually hire us as management.
I'll let you go in Mxtra, but I got a question based off that.
Okay.
Actually, Cardi was supposed to have a song with Cash Doll, and she took Cash Doll off the song a while ago. So let's not. I don't want to compare Nicki and Cardi so much where it's like you should do what Cardi does because Nicki shouldn't have to follow any Cardi blueprint by any means.
No,
So
she shouldn't, but she does need to peep and see what's
She
working,
shouldn't,
though.
but she does at this point. She
Does
does
what?
have to follow some of Cardi's blueprint
No.
at this point. She does need to be more relatable like
well, that's not Cardi's blueprint though.
Cardi's more
She
relatable.
making it
Just
look
because
damn-
Cardi
she
did-
making it look like hers right now. Like when you talk about people that are authentic and real, like everybody gravitates toward them and A-list star. You talking about Cardi and Animal Brown says all the time you can't have two females at the top. So the blueprint
Well,
to be
I
a
disagree
successful
with that, too.
female artist right now is Cardi's blueprint.
Yeah, and with this, I disagree with that as well because
Okay.
we tend to pit female artists in particular against one another
Fair.
when it's not as many male artists out there.
We just
but
had
we
a
know we
king-
just Animal Brown. We know who we're talking to.
We just had a king of hip hop discussion last week, and I had one person
There-
at the top,
there go
and you
me
had
too, actually.
one person in the. How you go? Two people sitting in the throne? What are they doing? Sitting on each other's lap?
No, what
let
I'm
me
saying.
ask y'all this.
No, you missed what I'm saying. Hold on. What I'm saying is that there's room for both. That doesn't mean one can't be better than the other.
Yeah, of course.
It's always going to be competition.
I agree.
But a lot of times when it comes to female rappers, people, especially men, act like it can't be room for both.
No,
And that's
all I'm
toxic
saying is
masculinity.
I don't know what that means.
If you have the opportunity right now, right, May and you Meg Thee Stallion, you
Okay.
got the hottest song with Big Old Freak.
Love her.
You can put Cardi and you can put Nicki on there. You, both for reaching out. Who you going with?
You can only do one. You can
Only
only have
do
one.
one of them. You can't put both of them on there. Right now today.
I'm taking Cardi because she gonna have a better verse
So you think Cardi can rap better than Nicki Minaj?
That's a hot
today.
take.
Yes,
Oh my god.
that's a fact.
All right.
She's gonna have a hotter verse.
Oh, Big Old Freak, I
No.
think Cardi might be able
But
to
she
take
cannot
that.
rap better than Nicki Minaj.
I
by
ain't saying
any
that.
means.
I'm definitely not saying that. But on this subject matter, I think I might rather hear Cardi's verse than Nicki.
I'm
verse.
taking Nicki.
I'm glad.
But who would Meg take like to make the song bigger? Meg.
That's a wall. She's hotter right now, though. To be fair.
Ooh, then both of them.
No, I'm saying I'm saying
Cardi
Cardi
is
is
hotter.
hotter
Oh,
today.
okay. So okay, I got you.
To be fair, you know what I'm saying? Again, we say this all the time. Who's hot and who's not changes by the hour.
Well.
So today, technically, yes, Cardi is hotter. I'm not saying that Nicki
You
can't
going
be.
Cardi too?
No, I'm going. No. Say that.
Put Nicki.
Yeah, I was
Say
saying.
Cardi is hotter, but
That's
she
a
can't rap
fact.
better than Nicki. No,
She can rap better too.
No,
So
she
you
can't.
take Nicki, I assume.
Yeah, I'm taking Nicki.
He's not only a fan; he's the damn
No.
CEO of the fan
I mean,
club.
you can go. Do we need to pick flows and bars? Nicki
We don't
kills
need to do
Cardi.
any of that
She
right
kills
now.
Cardi. No, don't even get it twisted.
I like Nicki.
Have you listened to Cardi verse on the Bruno Mars song?
Nah, I don't. I skip
Very
Bruno Mars
ABC-ish.
shit.
Very ABC.
Bruno Mars songs are ABC.
It works for Cardi though. I will say
Yeah,
that
'cause she's
I
dumbed down.
don't expect Cardi to blow me away lyrically, but I
right.
think what she does works for her.
Right. So she dumbed down to the
And
audience.
if I were Meg, I would go with Cardi. I'd go with Cardi. 100%.
If I were Meg, I would go with me. Shout out Meg. I love him.
Nicki, keep your head up.
Nicki, keep your head
Oh my
up.
God.
Jesus, it got that bad?
No, I'm just making it that bad. I'm telling her to keep her head up like the queen that she is.
Lord.
Real quick though, is it interesting that Cortez Bryant, who y'all know who I'm talking about, dude that be wearing the red glasses and shit, he no longer manages Wayne or Nicki?
Hope you saved his money. I got other clients.
I hope so too.
He'll always be able to eat off just those two names, though. I think he'll always be able to catch young, bubbling artists and be able to get them to a certain point just with that resume.
Yeah, he's a veteran.
So he'll be okay. He'll be okay.
All right, man. Speaking of Nicki, let's talk Meek Mill. The Philadelphia artist took to Twitter
segue.
to say he was done with IG. He deleted his Instagram for the foreseeable future, leaving behind 16 million followers in the dark. Now, my question, would you advise artists to take breaks on social media when you have so many people watching?
I would advise artists to do what works for them. And like I said here a couple of weeks ago with T.I., I think some artists get confused because you get a Plies that can go on Instagram and flourish. Then you see other artists and they're like, well, Plies does it. He's not as hot as me. He ain't as good a rapper as me. So I should be able to do the same thing on Instagram. And it doesn't necessarily work that way. I think that Meek Mill has found his lane, and he knows that. We clown Meek Mill for being Twitter fingers. Drake got on him for that stuff. That Instagram, regardless of how many followers that Meek had, it's not necessarily his lane. I like Meek in the prison reform lane, being on CNN, having serious conversation. It provided us some of the best music of Meek Mill's career, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure.
So I don't have a problem with certain people being like, you know what, the social media is not for me anymore, because it ain't necessarily what it started as. It's morphed into a lot more. And if you find yourself trying to keep up with the times, you have yourself in a situation like T.I. is in, where now Kodak Black is calling your daughter a bitch.
Right.
Now you got to go back and forth with him on Instagram. So I see Meek Mill, I think it is a smart move for him and some other artists to find their niche. If that means getting off social media, then cool.
I would not advise my artist that has 16 million followers to just quit social media cold turkey. I would advise them to go about it a different way, another approach. If you're tired of seeing the hateful comments, if you're tired of the trolls, stop reading the comments and the troll shit. Have somebody run it for you. You know what I'm saying? You can also do that. Now, to be fair, you don't have to be on social media every day to thrive, to eat.
That's true.
Kendrick Lamar's not on social media like that.
That's
Childish Gambino posts. The only time Childish Gambino posts anything is when he has something to push. We just saw him promote his movie that they played at Coachella, and then after that, he promoted his short films because he has a deal with Adidas. You won't hear from him on IG until he drops an album.
But see, I think he's good at that. I think that Childish Gambino is good as popping in and out of the light. I think that Kendrick Lamar is good at popping in and out of the light. This is not a knock on Meek Mill when I say this, but I don't think that he's interesting enough like a Kendrick Lamar or like a Childish Gambino to pop in and out. Like, if Meek Mill is going to be interesting on Instagram, it got to be a daily thing. It got to be him interacting with somebody or his aura is like different. He carry himself a lot differently, and I don't think he's able to go in and out like they are.
But maybe, and here's the problem with having 16 million followers and popping wheelies and showing the lifestyle and stuff. You've already kind of got it started, so now people are used to it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Childish Gambino and Kendrick ain't never started this shit.
That's true. That is true.
They let you know out the gate they're not a part of that, and they're not on it like that. But it's tough when you do have that. But that's too many followers, bro. You got too many eyes on you. Now, I think he'll be back on in probably less than a week. Somebody will get in his ear and advise him, hey, bro, like, just go about it a different way. Maybe have somebody run it for you. Maybe schedule out your posts. You can do stuff like that without necessarily having to read everything all day, because I get it. It can be draining. Because sometimes a break is needed from social media.
Right.
I felt like that plenty of times. Like, okay, it's too much. And one day on Twitter, man, it was way too much shit going on. I was like, all right, this shit ain't going to work. I got to get off this bullshit. So I get it, but I wouldn't advise it, though. It's just too much at stake in terms of money and shit like that.
I get where you guys are coming from. I think Meek is a big enough artist where he can do this. I mean, you just said 16 million followers.
That's a lot.
That means people are not going to forget about Meek Mill. I mean, it's not going to happen.
That's true.
So, I mean, you got, like you said, you reference other artists, Cole, Kendrick, Childish Gambino. if you have a foundation that's set, I don't think social media is beneficial to you as a veteran artist as opposed to an up and coming artist.
So Meek has a foundation to you that's not manufactured. That's true fans that fuck with Meek. That's not going nowhere.
I think so.
Really?
For sure.
I think so. I don't think the Meek
Lately,
yeah,
Okay.
like not the Meek Mill that got crushed by Drake, like the reformed Meek Mill that just got out of prison and was on the floor with the Sixers, then went to the helicopter.
Gotcha.
You just at the Rock Nation brunch, G'd up like the best dressed person in the building.
Right.
That new Meek Mill has a core fan base and has developed a different persona as to where like I'd be kind of disappointed if he on Instagram with the money phone. Like, I don't see
yeah.
Meek
That wouldn't
Mill
make
doing
sense.
that.
That'd
You
be
know what I mean?
stupid.
Like, I don't need that no more.
I just thought it was interesting.
But-
But IG is so big.
To your point, he could keep it going and have like motivational things or information towards his message. And I say that like if he putting up the stuff about prison reform, if he putting up what he's doing and what he may need people to do as far as a call to action to help with his message,
Right.
he can use it in that way. Like it's
Turn the comments off.
Man, we're not even like he ain't even got to turn the comments off, but he could just use it to do stuff that people like. If you do go comment on it and being an asshole, you look like the douchebag for you on this prison reform post and you like talking about his album being trash. Like that's on you, bro. Like you feel that bad, that's on you, bro. Like I can't do nothing for you in these comments, but I feel like that he could turn it around and use those 16 million eyes and 32 million it would be to look at something else.
Yeah, but his reason, did y'all see his reason?
What'd he say, man? I can only imagine.
He said, he said, I'll be tired of seeing all the capping sometimes.
That's a respectable reason to
get off Instagram.
of social media.
It sound like a nigga finna delete his Instagram.
There's a whole lot of Captain Crunch going on.
yeah, it sound like a nigga deleting his Instagram.
Can't knock Meek on that front. It's a lot of capping.
Nah,
He'll be
nah.
back. Don't worry
But like,
about it.
also people could turn this like every time you see somebody delete their stuff, they could turn this into to something else. Like if they want to do a press conference, it always makes news when a star deletes their Instagram
That's
or
true.
their Twitter.
That's what we talking about.
Right. Like I would put out a press release. Well, I'm having a whole press conference about my deleting my Twitter and all that shit one day out of the month.
Sponsored by?
Yeah, sponsored by Sprite. I'm gonna go over everything that I would be tweeting. I'm gonna do this once a month. Then I may go back on Twitter. I may have another press conference to let y'all know the update from it.
Meek, call us. You need new management too. Here we are.
Oh, my goodness.
We got you.
Dream Chaser, shout out to Philadelphia.
All right, man. Next up, Time Magazine. All right. Now, Time Magazine released their annual Most Influential People of the Year list. You know how they get down. Notable names on the list: LeBron James, Spike Lee, Lady Gaga, Michelle Obama, just to name a few. Now, ask me how many hip-hop artists made the list this year.
How many hip hop artists made the list this year?
None hip-hop artists made the list this year.
None
That's
hip-hop
how many.
artists.
Yes, none. My question is, did they get it right?
You know what? As a hip hop head, I want to say, of course they fucked up.
Right.
But then you started going down the list of, well, who would be on there?
Okay.
And you would say, well, maybe Jay-Z. And I'm like, well, does Jay-Z influence the kids?
Last year?
I don't think that's a criteria, though.
I ain't ask you was that the criteria. I'm asking how far does his influence reach? And I started thinking about the biggest names in hip hop, and I think that everybody has a certain pocket that they reach out to. And when I look over this list is a pretty influential list overall. Like Michelle Obama walking in any room and like people gonna respect what that is. I don't know the same is happening for Jay-Z to be on a People or a Time list. I don't know that anyone has taken up the influential mantle that a Jay-Z used to have when he would have been on this list, or that a Lil Wayne used to have. I don't see that character, that image, that much sway in hip hop anymore. We're just talking about Meek Mill getting off of Instagram because he had having 16 million followers. That's not anything that like a Jay-Z or anybody that's influential or a leader of the culture would do. They would use that or what they were upset about to turn them 16 millions into something that they could influence. Wow. I don't think that anybody in hip hop is using their influence. I mean, Drake would probably be the closest thing. And the only one that I may say there was a snub, but I don't think that it's a glaring miss because there are no rappers on there.
I think the glaring miss is Meek Mill. I think what he did.
Great. Boy.
I think what he did in the aforementioned prison reform, that made waves. That was everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like he's on Ellen with it.
Yeah.
He's on CNN with it. That's causing real change, and he's got big players behind him Robert Kraft, the owner of this team, the owner of that team. Like, that's a huge push. Now, to your point, do they need this? This is 100 people. Do they need 30 hip hop people? No, because it's a worldwide list. It's not just America. So let's be clear about that too. Mm-hmm. It's a worldwide list. I understand that. But if you got the fucking Rock on here, if you got Taylor Swift on here,
you took the words out of my mouth,
bro. Like then that means I'm pretty sure that there was a hip hop person who impacted the culture, a culture, in a big enough way that they could make this list somewhere on the top 100. If not, where? Now, again, I'm not saying that all of our favorite rappers need to be. No, stop. I'm not saying that. But I do think they dropped the ball with having Meek Mill. But that's the #1 genre of music in the world now.
Oh my God!
And I think that kind of hurt. I think that kind of hurts it though, fellas, as far as it being the #1 genre, because you don't have a lot of individuals with influence anymore. You have the genre being the influence. So more people are trying to act hip hop than they were before. Tupac was an individual more so than he was a part of hip hop when he was living. So that's one person that I say would have probably been on this list when he was alive. Now that I look at hip hop and you get a Lil Nas X. Lil Nas X ain't necessarily hip-hop. That's a mockery kind of hip-hop culture, but it's made waves because hip-hop is so big.
A mockery is the word you want to use?
Wrong word.
Lack of a better
mimic.
word.
That's a mimic of the hip-hop culture, and he's mimicking because he knows that it's popular.
No, he's hip-hop culture. What do you mean?
He can be hip-hop culture, but the reason being is that culture as a whole is popular or famous. It's not any individual anymore.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, so you mean to tell me that Taylor Swift is more influential than everyone in hip hop right now?
Yes, I 1,000,000%.
But hold on, only thing is I don't follow enough Taylor Swift to know what she's got cracking for this last.
Well, not even.
I would
let me rephrase it.
I would respond to your question and ask you, who do you think in hip hop is as big as Taylor Swift?
Well, when I say influential, if Taylor Swift deserves to be on the list, somebody from hip hop deserves to be on the list.
If Taylor
Meek
Swift,
Mill is a great example.
Yeah, that's a fact.
If you're gonna say Taylor Swift, Drake. It's influential as Taylor Swift.
Well, how about this then? Maybe people that we're speaking of use their influences too lightly, because if Taylor Swift tweets something or says something, 23 million people, however many followers she has, it affects. Like when Kylie Jenner was talking about Snapchat.
Right.
Snapchat stock went down.
Rihanna did the same thing. Rihanna's hip hop.
No, she's not. Stop.
We talking about rapper.
Okay, now if you're talking about Rihanna,
culture,
and you
she's hip-hop
include
culture.
Beyonce and people like that, then yeah, they should be there. Yeah. I don't think Rihanna's hip hop culture, and that's not taking anything away from her.
We're talking about rappers, though.
I get what you're talking about, but she's a part of the culture.
She's popular music, though.
She's a part of hip hop.
If I'm speaking of a rapper, what rapper could do what you just said Rihanna or Kylie Jenner did?
Drake.
Can Meek do that?
I just said Drake.
Drake can do that.
Meek
for sure.
Drake kind of loose with his anyway.
He just hasn't done it though.
He kind of loose with his anyway. Drake, like he's accessible. Like Drake be in the comments and like he interacts with people. So I think that kind of takes away a little from his influence. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. I just think it takes away from it. When Kylie Jenner says that, when she responds to the, well, I'm not as independent as they say I am on the cover, like that makes waves. Drake responds to a lot more stuff. We were just talking last week about him responding to this guy saying that he was a culture vulture we've never even heard of.
The question asked me.
I'm saying that waters down your influence when you do stuff like that.
It doesn't. No.
I would say, and this is a yearly thing, so it's based off of what happened last year.
Right.
So if I'm thinking, is there someone that made waves that crossed over outside of the culture, it has to be Meek Mill. That's all I'm saying.
He's a front runner.
That's fine.
Yeah.
He needs to be there. It's somewhere on the list. 60, 70.
Yeah, we don't have to be the number.
Khaled was
top
on there.
10.
Khalid was on
Khalid
there.
was
He's an
on there.
R&B
Is he
singer.
hip-hop culture?
He's a pop R&B
If we call her
singer.
Rihanna hip-hop culture, Khalid hip-hop culture, right?
When I say a part of the culture, Rihanna has many songs with many rappers. She came in with one of them.
Khalid hip-hop culture?
He's new. I don't know. I mean, he could. Some people.
Now you don't know.
No, some people would consider him. Yeah, he's part of the culture. The culture.
Khalid's on there. Let's show some respect
I
to
think
Khalid.
R&B and hip hop are very intertwined. So when I speak of the culture, I'm speaking about both.
Okay.
So
Khalid is, right?
Yeah.
Just because there's a flat top, guys, I mean he's part of the culture.
And he's black.
That's true. I forgot he is black.
Why not? So he's on there? He's on the list?
Yeah, Khalid on the list.
Yes.
Oh.
And he's young. Like Khalid, what?
20?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
shout
we're
out to
not-
Khalid. We
shout
definitely
out to
don't
him
want to
for sure.
disrespect him and act like he ain't a part of the culture. So
Well, we were specifically speaking
Rappers,
of
right.
rappers.
I just wanted to bring that around.
That's
we
fair.
do want to acknowledge him being on there.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Meek Mill should have been on there.
Taylor Swift.
Before we get to this music break, let's take it up top, New York. Now, Lil Nas X's Old Town Road has been killing Billboard lately.
Smash.
Smashing
Scrape.
the charts. But everybody's not a fan. All right. Dave East took to social media calling the song whack. As a matter of fact, he said, put a cape on it. It's super whack.
That was super whack.
No, that was super funny. I got that fucked up. I can't wait to use that.
You look like the nigga that would use that.
Wait.
Put a cape on
At
it.
a dinner
Super
party.
whack.
The internet promptly drug him for the comments. Should East have kept that to himself?
Yeah, man, you got to. Like, it's another one of those Kodak Black songs. It's okay not to like the song. It's not even hating not to like the song. That's cool. It becomes a problem when you make this whole dissertation about it's not being hip hop and you're getting on your IG live and you're interacting with people about why the song some song. Like, bro, you haven't accomplished enough in the game to be like, this ain't that. Because people are looking for you to put out classic album and dope bars and like tear down the summer. Like right now, Dave, he should be shining, not because he's commenting on Lil Nas X, but he should be shining because he just put out a tape. Like, it's quiet.
Yeah,
it's a perfect climate for a nigga like Dave East to hop on that beat and like kill it. That's the #1 song in the country. As opposed to going to IG and griping about your frustrations. Maybe that's why Dave East ain't where we think he should be as one of the top rappers in the game, because he got the bars, he just don't got the procedure.
Do I think he should have kept it to himself? I don't, actually. I think he has the right to voice his opinion. Now, what I do think he should do is relax. Dude, the song is not to be taken but so seriously. Like, it's a fun record. It's okay. I get it. New York hip-hop. Those guys are very serious about what goes down in the culture. I understand. Ebro, these guys take the shit super serious, but they need to relax and calm down and look at it from an objective perspective. It's a fun record. It's not meant to be etched into the fucking Mount Rushmore bars of Hall of Fame, dude. Like, it's not that type of record. And actually, I think if they sat with it and actually listened to it, they'd have fun, because it's actually a solid record. Because I didn't get it at first. I ain't understand. I sat on here, I thought it was a parody. I ain't even listen to it. I saw him dancing at the fucking Atlanta Hawks game with the cowboy hat on. I thought he was just being silly,
shaking it.
Yeah, but he's a kid and he's having fun with it. And I think people need to relax and just not take it so serious.
I don't see the same energy when Post Malone comes out with new songs. Like, if Post Malone called Dave East for a feature, he gonna hop on that song because he know it has the potential to go wherever it's gonna go. So they can kill me with the it's not hip hop shit. They accept everything else. Like, I seen what Ebro said. Right. Like, Dave East got a right. Yeah, you have a right not to like it. That's absolutely cool. But when you start hating and telling niggas what ain't hip hop and this ain't what you should be rocking to as far as the culture, like you said, relax, nigga. Like, we don't want to hear that from you, bro. What we want to hear from you is good music, because we're lacking it right now.
Yeah,
if you were putting out dope ass tapes, niggas wouldn't care what you had to say, because they're gonna be like, you know what, Dave E said some stupid shit, but that last tape was banging. They can't say that now because it ain't no Dave East music nowhere.
Right now, and I did see Lupe commented on Ebro's thing and said, bro, we don't need you to speak for the entire culture.
And he's right. I rarely agree with Lupe on this podcast, but he's absolutely right there.
Lupe's a smart guy.
Yes.
And he makes a lot of sense a lot of times.
And we'll wrap everybody the fuck out of the building.
Here we go.
Facts.
That's a fact.
Food, candy. Well, I mean, do you want to hear it? Like, are you going to want to hear him rapping everybody out the gym, though?
Yes. Big time.
Next question.
Yeah, what do you mean?
It's like,
of course.
It's like
Lupe's first 2 albums were phenomenal.
He's got a classic debut.
Yeah, for sure. But this whole thing is, he definitely has the right to voice his opinion. You're 100% correct. But people also have the right to reply to your dumb ass.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, people have that right as well. So he's more than welcome to voice that, and they're more than welcome to do what they did. I mean, it's that simple.
He's more than welcome to not like the song. He can think it's whack and everything.
People like what they like.
So that's fine.
What makes you go to IG?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Because it's so popular. He's probably, I'm hearing people riding down the street listening to it. I'm hearing that come out of cars and everything.
It's the #1 song in the country.
I understand. That's why he's saying something.
Yeah, like, but say you ain't got no friends, bro. Like, you got to go to IG. Like, you can't call a nigga and just be like, man, bro, I don't like it, Lil Nas X. Like, you should be able to talk to one of your homeboys about that, man.
This man in the back of a Uber talking about
like, come on, bro.
Yeah, I don't know why y'all think this song is, nigga, what?
I think he's taking it too seriously, though. I mean, niggas got to stop being so tight.
Yeah,
maybe this is the culture we live in. He knew that was going to get a reaction. He knew people were going to call him a hater. He get the trend on Twitter for a day. He ain't putting no music
It's
out.
a sad day we live in.
We live in, but that's what we are.
When you're doing shit to be trending for a day.
At least I was trending.
Yeah.
Question about the Lil Nas X guy, though. What's more likely to happen? He be a one-hit wonder, or he go on to have a above-average career?
Somewhere in the middle of that. I think he'll have 2 or 3 more songs, but I don't know if above average is what we're going to call it.
One hit wonder or above average at Mxtra, if you had to call
I wish
it
him
today.
nothing but the best, man. That's my answer.
Okay, if he continues to be this creative, then yes.
Yeah, because it's definitely outside the box.
So this will be his lane now. He'll be the guy that makes the kind of
Country.
genre blending.
We don't know, like it be something like Duval. Duval found his pocket.
It took him a long time too.
It doesn't matter. He
Is
found it.
Like,
I take Duval seriously as an artist.
No, I seen
Yeah,
one
I
other
do.
song. Well, he do a song every year.
That's what I'm saying. It took a minute for him.
I take him more serious as a comedian, though. Being
Well,
an
that's
artist
his
is
standard
second
profession,
job.
but he's in the studio with real producers.
The other Lil Nas X song that I
Rico
heard was
Wade.
kind of like
I
on
mean,
some reggae, like
Love.
Caribbean type.
Yeah, I heard 2 Nas
So
X songs.
what, what type of artist is he? Do we know?
He just throwing
Well,
stuff
that's the
against the
thing.
wall to see what sticks.
I think we sometimes get in the habit of trying to pigeonhole artists. So what are you? He just make music.
Oh, so you just think he'll be able to just...
If he's doing those cross genre songs, he has more in store. Let's make music. He don't have to be pigeonholed to one genre.
I have a feeling y'all want to say one hit wonder really bad.
That's what you want to say.
I hope not.
I'm optimistic about the little guy.
I'm optimistic too. I want him to. I like the other 2 records I heard. They actually sounded like decent records. They weren't trash.
I wish Lil Nas X the best.
Keep doing your thing, Lil Nas X. I still hate the name. What's the song break we got, dog?
Yes, it was a Saturday over the weekend. It was a title exclusive released. Bun B and Static Selector, and this record that we have, it is Bun B featuring Big Crit and Talib Kweli off of that Static Selector and Bun B album. Check it out, title exclusive.
Let's hear it. Time flies. We are back. That was Bun B featuring Big Crit, Talib Kweli. Time flies. How you feel about that, sir?
I ain't here for that. I ain't like Crit verse. I ain't like Bun verse. I think this is the time of year when artists like this should be flourishing. And the beat was cool. It was cool music. I just don't think any artist stood out. And this should be a time of year when they are standing out because it's so slow, such a heavy time in hip hop last year. This was a forgettable Crit verse. It was a forgettable Bun B verse. It was a forgettable Talib verse. And there's nothing overshadowing artists like that right now. They should be flourishing as opposed to putting out music like this.
The song was some little cool. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't get to hear this whole project because it is a title exclusive for some reason. Bun B feels the need. Nah, I don't. I have Apple Music.
Support
I
black
have both,
man.
sir.
Hey, listen, everybody's not able.
Extra, folks.
Listen, the song was cool though.
The E
It,
is
like,
for extra.
it wasn't.
Ain't
It
no
wasn't
E's.
really nothing to ride home about. Talib Kweli versus some slaw.
Man, this is
I like Static Selector though. He got them beats. I like the project he did with Crooked Eye.
this whole album is called Trill Static. Again, it's a title exclusive for now. I'm sure it'll be released to other outlets soon.
Not Illmatic,
Trill Static.
not Ill Static,
Trill.
but Trill Static.
Yeah, bringing.
It's about time for Bun B to hang that Trill word up.
Nah, man, keep it.
I'm
Why?
sorry, man.
Man, see,
much
this is what I'm
respect
saying.
to
Like,
much respect to the OG, man. I love Bun B. He raised me, man. Riding Dirt is probably my favorite album of all time. But that Trill word is
why? Why you gotta put it up? It's hip hop, man.
like.
Y'all ask
When-
other
okay,
genres to retire things.
I have a better question for you.
Why? This
When are
man-
you using the word Trill? Let me ask you that.
That has nothing to do with
Yeah,
anything.
it got everything to do with it, nigga. You never say Trill. Why are we calling albums Trill Hit It, Trill Static?
It's
Like,
played
no.
out.
But that's his
It's-
mind. That's
it's
his what?
done.
That's his.
He does that for
him.
every album.
Yeah,
though.
that's him.
That's why I say it's time to hang it up.
I'm good. I'm good on it. I'm gonna be real.
I think this whole project overall is a really good, dope blend of South and East Coast music. If you're into it, all hip hop heads, which clearly I might be the only one on here.
Shout out to Bun B, man. I know
But
you're
it's a
doing a
dope
lot of
project.
things right now.
The song with Method Man is real hard. Still,
Oh
Trill.
my god.
See what I'm saying?
Oh my
The
God.
song
Wu-Tang
with
haters.
Method Man.
Wu-Tang haters, yeah.
Yeah.
And Graph is on that.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm gonna skip that. I shout
Wow.
out to Bun's a legend and everything, but I'm skipping
This
that.
album
I'm
is
be real.
fire, man.
Shout out to Bun B. Good luck to you in the Gumball 400 this year.
All that. All right, man. Topic of the week. We're talking festivals, man. It's festival season. All right, we've already had the Dreamville Festival. We've already had the Something's in the Water Festival. Has that already came out?
Oh, no, not yet.
Oh, okay.
I think it's this weekend.
It's on deck. The Something's in the Water Festival is on deck.
watch
Y'all know the Made in America shit, the Coachella shit. There's a ton of festivals if you want to get your fix. Broccoli City. We can go on and on forever and a day. We're going to break this down into a couple of categories. First question for you. We're going to speak about the most recent one, which was Coachella over the weekend. Kanye had a performance Sunday. He brought his Sunday service to Coachella. Grade Kanye's performance, letter grade A through F.
He gets an I for incomplete from me.
What?
I incomplete. Like I tuned
Sway?
in. I got like 6 minutes of Gap Band instrumentals through a peephole and I was out. So he gets an I for incomplete.
Oh,
from
incomplete
me.
on your part.
Yeah, on your part.
Oh, okay,
okay. So let me speak for some people who actually saw the performance. He gets a B+. Kanye always comes through, doing something different, unique. He brings a new flavor to everything that he does. It's thought put into the shit. I can always respect it. I actually thought the Gap Band instrumental shit was fine. I thought it sounded good. He actually ended up doing some of his own shit. He had a lot of celebrities out there. Ty Dolla $ign was out there, posted up with him in that hot-ass poncho. Chance the Rapper, 2 Chainz. Some of his good music people, Tiana Taylor,
DMX.
070 Shake. DMX ended it with a prayer. It was only right. We now know what those Sunday services were going on Twitter. Those were just basically practices leading up to this. I thought it was cool. He did something different. Did it in the middle of the mountain on the hill. He doesn't do the typical, whatever, the hill, mountain,
This nigga trying to make
whatever
it
it
Moses.
was. Listen, I
Did he
thought
part the Red Sea too, nigga, when he was doing
On
it?
the mountain.
he might as well. He was on top of a mountain. I thought this shit was dope. I didn't bother. The peephole stuff didn't bother me. If you were watching it on an iPhone 5S, then I can understand why you were upset. I, however, watched it
Shots fired?
a comfort in my home on
It sounded
TV.
like it.
Shots fired?
I just
I watched it on a TV and it looked perfectly fine to me.
I had it on the 60-inch. I'm not checking.
Oh.
I'm not checking for Kanye West. though.
Weird flex, but okay.
Yeah. It's standard in today's home 60-inch TV. No, I just ain't checking for Kanye West though. I ain't here to sit through 23 minutes of that.
So you went into it with bias.
Yeah, clearly.
I know I went into it not expecting to hear anything life-changing or anything of that nature, or actually, okay, I went into it not expecting it to live up to the hype as Kanye West usually does not for me.
Right.
So when I get a peephole and a choir and a Gap Band instrumental for 6 minutes and I have no explanation as to what's going on, I'm not invested enough in Kanye West to care to stick around and figure it out.
That's the Sunday service people coming and sitting down. That's the music they play when you walk into church and you're waiting on the procession to start.
That's cool. Like all of that's fine. Like you said, you're invested in it and that's fine for you.
I'm invested in the culture. I watch everything.
You're invested in Kanye West.
I watch everything.
Get out of here, man. Nigga,
I watch Childish Gambino performance. I watch Kid Cudi's performance. I watch everything.
You're invested in the people and you like I'm saying, if that was someone who you weren't invested in as an artist, you would change the channel like I did, nigga.
But you like Kanye though. You just act like you don't.
No. That's not true.
You just
at
don't
all.
like because
so you don't like Kanye at all?
Yeah,
No, I like old musically Kanye. I don't like anything past.
You don't like the new Lost
I don't like
Kanye?
anything past Graduation. I'll say that.
Stop. You like
Really?
beautiful fantasy. See, that's what I'm talking
Oh, my bad.
about.
Yeah, I don't like anything past My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Like I ain't big on anything else beyond that.
What's the letter grade, man? What you give it?
There's so many. I give it a C minus.
Jesus, y'all hard on my boy.
Cause I hate when here's the thing. I hate when people like Kanye does something, and people say it's genius, just because they think it's different.
I didn't see one person say this was genius, but go ahead.
Jermaine Dupri did. He tweeted about it, and I heard other people say that. So what I'm saying is, you have people. Now, first of all, the white people look lost during this performance. Let's say that the crowd looks a little lost.
It was black church shit.
Yeah, they
Don't know
look
about
completely lost. They didn't know what was going on. Not to mention, it's very cult-like with all these people in these oversized, terrible-looking fucking clothes that they had on, and they had to. We'll get that in a second.
It was church.
What?
Church, cult, same difference. Go ahead.
Wow, it's not the same difference.
Tomato, guys.
That was animal.
What's the difference?
It's very cult-like to me, which is a little weird. But Kanye likes to do weird things. This whole colorful,
the hair and shit.
cotton candy hair he got for a 40-year-old man. I just, and I'm a Kanye fan, but I'm just keeping it real. Like, come on, dog. Like, we get it. Like, it just. Sometimes it's just a scream for attention with Kanye West for me. But the performance wasn't that bad. The peephole was trash.
Nothing wrong with that.
That was trash.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, you couldn't use all those 60 inches on if you got a peephole you're looking for. And that's whack.
Yeah,
The
using like
peephole
16 inches
is to
of
make
it.
sure that you're focused on what it is
yeah.
in front of you and to
Right.
not let the distractions of the outside world deter you from the positive vibes that were going on.
The only
Sunday
distraction
service.
was
Wait, you hear that? That's investment.
Right.
That's
That's a
you
breakdown.
No, that's you invested in him because you care about him as an artist.
That's an explanation.
On the other end, someone could say all he's doing is, okay, well, what pissed black people off when he did the Trump stuff? Well, what are most black people in America connected to? Religion. All right, well, let me go to this church religion choir type thing that mostly everybody that I pissed off will relate to, and let me try to bring those people in. That's someone who's not invested could say that.
He made a song called Jesus Walks 20 years ago. He had an album called Yeezus. He's been doing religious shit in this entire time.
Jesus.
That don't.
not religious.
That don't.
But
feel
it's
like-
a play on. We know what that's a play on.
It's sacrilegious.
But it's also a play on him trying to gain back the fans that he lost.
Yeah,
It's just him doing a performance.
I don't think he went. I was distracted by these vagabonds jumping around and dancing in these weird ass clothes. Like,
No, it was a solid
fuck
performance.
out of here with these clothes. Can we talk about this bullshit ass merch that he had on?
The merch was trash. The
outta
new
here.
song he played was trash. Like it wasn't. That wasn't a good song. I don't know what that was. It sounded like a gospel song.
This man had
I mean, he just did a church service. Why wouldn't he have a gospel
The song
song?
wasn't good though.
no.
At the
And
end
then
of the
he
day.
had these socks. Oh my god, this man charging $50 for a pair of socks.
Nah, hold
That
on
said
now.
Jesus walks.
Nah,
I ain't mad at him
hold
charging.
on
I ain't
now.
mad at him charging for the
But
socks.
niggas will walk that off-white shit like it's nothing, and them $150 socks It'd be the same socks. You can charge what you
This
want.
was trash. This whole line was trash. Have you looked at these clothes?
I did because I
What?
was getting ready to cop that poncho.
So you want to be vagabondish?
No,
Vagabondish.
nah, I can't cop no
That's
poncho.
the look.
The look. The looks
Kanye
were
has a
trash.
vagabond look.
It was definitely the Septon look.
The looks were
real,
trash.
The high Septon
What's
look.
up with this Skid Row look you got going on, man? Come on.
I can't do it. I just can't. I ain't there for
Moving
it.
on from Kanye shaking Coachella.
Yeah.
Uh,
Don't buy that merch. You people are dumb as fuck.
Can't do it.
Festivals, period. We named a couple. Where are you at in terms of how they're rated? Coachella, you could argue, has lost a little bit of steam.
Yes.
That was probably the biggest one. Where are you at? Are they over, underrated, or properly rated?
I think they're properly rated. It gives you a opportunity as an artist to get out there to probably get in front of fans that you never see at one of your individual shows. I think a mass lineup, a mass amount of people helps widen all the genres. I think it's helped hip hop a lot. Having artists perform at places like what's the one in Tennessee? I can't think of
Bonnaroo. Yeah.
Having artists perform at festivals where you usually may not see hip hop there, and knowing that the crowd that comes with it and everything work out to be peaceful. I think that's great as far as the festival mode. So
Yeah.
I'm here for it. I think it's properly rated.
I say for the culture, it is proper. For me, it's overrated simply because I don't like outdoor shows. That's just a Animal Brown preference. But for the rest of the world, I get why people would stack the bread up, clear out their week for Coachella to go. I get it. It's an experience. You're in the desert. You know what I'm saying? Like I get it. They got really, really big name acts. Like I mentioned earlier, Childish Gambino was there. He debuted his movie with Rihanna. Like they try to make big moments. Beyonce, we know what she did with it last year. So I understand the draw. It's just for me, I'm cool on. It's so many people. I'm good on all of that.
Let me be clear. I'm 1,000,000% not going to any festival. Like I am, like what you said.
I'm cool
I am
on that.
too washed. I don't got no shoes to wear. I don't even know what type of shoes I would begin to
Oh,
wear.
they couldn't get them dirty.
You're gonna get them smoked.
I don't even got nothing like nah.
You don't have no shoes to get dirty?
Well, not that I'm wearing out to a festival. So like, where's the balance? That's what I'm asking you. It's like you want to be fresh and you want to be clean, but you know your
just wanna
shit
have a
gonna
good
get
time.
fucked up. Nah, fuck that. I can listen on Tidal and have a good time. Like, man, like I'm
Keep
good.
your shoes clean and not have a good
I
time.
want to keep myself and my shoes clean, and I'm not trying to be around 100,000 people.
Well,
in the
you
rain.
niggas make me sick.
Look, I ain't gonna lie to you. I wanted to go to a Atlanta United game because I thought it was
I
like
went
a
to one. I'm going
soccer
to
like boutique.
Mm-hmm.
70,000
big
people.
ass
Man, get the
crowd.
fuck out of here. I'm not going to that. I'm not
But
going.
you have your seats though. What you mean?
70,000 people for a soccer game,
That's
bro.
a lot of
I'm
people.
cool. I don't
So
watch
that's
it
the
on
reason
TV.
you didn't go?
Yes. I ain't trying to be around 7. Like, nah.
So you don't go to football games either?
If I was concerned with the sport, then yeah, I'm focused on that. But like, I wanted to go for like the
It's fun.
The atmosphere.
I could bet.
Super
I
fun.
just don't want the 70,000 people soccer atmosphere yet. I ain't ready for that. I
I'm
ain't
with
that
you.
deep
We
into
had a
soccer
box,
yet.
so I wasn't there.
We had a box. This nigga talking
Weird
about my
flex,
shoes.
but okay.
This nigga talking about my shoes. You don't want to get your shoes dirty? Oh, we had a box at the Atlanta United game, though, nigga.
We did. But you're not going to get your
Congratulations.
shoes dirty in an inside stadium.
No, I'm talking about like
The Coachella.
festivals, though. Yeah, I'm talking about like I ain't going to Rolling Loud.
But
I'm
no,
not
you said
going
that's
to-
the reason you didn't go to the United.
No, I said that's why I wouldn't go to festivals. I'm not going to the Atlanta United game because there's 70,000 people there.
Oh,
And
you're
I'm
afraid
not
of people.
That interested in soccer? Yeah. I got social anxiety. I'm not that interested
No, I
in
get
soccer.
it. No, I get it.
I
I think it's properly rated.
Yeah.
As well. I think you get different views from people. Like, cause I'm like you. Sometimes I don't want to be outside for a prolonged period of time
Yeah, that's
with a
right.
lot of people, and it can be annoying. So
And weather is unpredictable. That's
Yeah,
trash.
yeah.
Rolling Loud rained like crazy last year.
Yeah, see,
that's
I'm
whack.
gone. I
That's
want my money back.
slaw.
That's
I want my money
Nah,
back.
you stuck like
Yeah,
Chuck.
see, like,
yeah.
nope.
So
I'll be
I
hot
gotta
about it.
raise hell, like, cause I want my money back.
man, that
Look,
shit trash.
Now they need to do festivals that are more catered towards like whatever you going for. Like they should have a trap festival.
I'm
If
sure
you-
there's a
if-
festival out there for you.
I'm looking for
With
it.
lawn
Like
chairs
they
and
might have
everything.
lawn, yeah. Like they gonna make sure they got tarp down there where I can walk over for my shoes, or a trap festival where like I may
outside.
like more all the like I want to like all the artists and get my money's worth. I ain't trying to go like to a Rolling Loud where it's like 60, 70 artists I ain't never heard of. Whatever.
but
it
you
may
could
be.
discover new people that way.
Yeah, I like
Yeah,
the
and that's
mixture
cool.
of it.
I could
Yeah.
do that on Tidal. I'm saying if they had like a trap music festival and they, like I knew everybody on there and I knew kind of like the genre of the music was
Trap
going to be,
music
or a
festival.
washed
That's what
festival.
you want to
or
tell you what I'm
something
not
like
going to?
that. The trap music.
Fucking trap music festival.
Watch trap
Your
music.
shoes
though.
gonna be the
I
last
don't
thing you
want-
need to worry
look,
about.
I ain't talking about the Migos and the new shit though. I'm talking about like all old watch nigga trap music, like 8 Ball and MJG, T.I., Jeezy, like shit like that. I go to that, but I ain't going to no Lil Baby, Migos, Moneybag Yo, Gunna. Like nah, I'm good, bro. I'll watch that on Tidal from the safety of my own home.
I will say the trend going on lately is that a lot of artists are starting to throw
Exactly,
their
that was
own
good,
festivals. Like, of course, Jay with Made in America. You've got Cole with the Dreamville. Pharrell, his joint is the Something's in the Water down there in VA. My question is this because that essentially X you out of doing other people's shows? I mean, because you're focused on yours, and I would presume that you would headline your own festival. You don't want to be counterproductive and kind of go against your own shit by doing someone else's. Is that a smart move for artists to go through the OVO Fest? Like, is that a smart move for them to put all of that effort into doing their own when they can just headline Coachella and get $8 million like Beyonce?
But that's
I think you curate your brand better when you hold your own fest. If I'm Dreamville, or if I'm J. Cole, I would much rather headline Dreamville because I know JID and I know the rest of the people are going to be able to get their shit off, and that's in my best interest.
And they'll never get invited to any of those.
They're
other
never
ones.
going. Like JID may not ever get to go to Coachella because it may not be a Coachella around by the time he's that big. I say that.
That's your favorite rapper ever been invited to Coachella?
Like, 2 Chainz was there. Y'all
Boosie,
just
no.
said 2 Chainz was there.
2 Chainz was in the
He was
audience?
there.
Or
He
you
was there.
Oh.
Y'all just said
He was there with Kanye.
All right, so look. With that being said, what was I saying?
I don't.
You
Oh,
were hating on Dreamville. Like
Yeah,
you
you were
always
hating
do.
on Dreamville.
All right, so if I have Dreamville and I put JID out there and I know they would never get this opportunity to probably be in front of this many people in a
my
festival,
goodness.
then yeah, I'm doing that. Like I would cater a festival towards my liking, the R&B acts that I like. If I'm a J. Cole, if I'm a Pharrell or someone like that before I headline, I think that's more beneficial to the brand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree because it's a smart move. That's having your own platform, doing shit your own way. You may not like the way that someone else did it. Maybe J. Cole had a bad experience at one of these festivals when they said he couldn't do X, Y, and Z, or he, you know what I mean? He didn't maybe like the time slot. You get to call your own shots when it's your shit. It ain't nothing like having your own shit. Drake got the OVO Fest. We gonna do it my way, our way, how we want
Exactly.
it. The acts that I want.
I'm gonna
you know
play
what I'm
back to
saying?
back. Yeah.
All that shit, yeah. I'm gonna play back to back, have Meek on the screen on my shit. You know what I'm saying? So I understand it from that perspective. And plus, these artists are A-list artists. Look, J. Cole not gaining one more fan by doing these other. He's already where he's at. You know what I'm saying? So there's no need. He did that to get to the level where he's at to have his own shit.
Right.
Okay,
And I think Jay-Z started Made of America just for that reason. Made in America for that reason because Coachella was not for us. I mean, you have to understand when Beyonce performed at Coachella, she was like, damn, this is the first time y'all had a black woman up here, you know, something like, she made a comment like that.
Yeah.
So Coachella was never for hip hop. So Jay-Z started Made in America. and all these other artists have started these festivals,
Roots
specifically Roots Picnic, stuff like that, for hip hop. And that's why I like, Jay-Z's not going to headline. I don't think he headlined Made in America. Like last year, a couple years, J. Cole did. I'm saying he doesn't do it every year.
Oh, yeah, no.
So, and I don't think Pharrell is going to headline.
He could.
I mean, but it's just the thing that, Coachella was never for us in the begin with, so I'm all for it.
For the festivals like Summer Jam, at what point is it still?
It's not really a festival. Is it a festival? It's a concert for one day. So
is it still beneficial for, at what point as an artist do you stop wanting to headline something like that and want to do your own thing? Like,
well, it depends.
What's the break off?
There's a lot that goes into it.
So if you J. Cole, are you still doing a Summer Jam?
Nah.
You're not?
No.
Well, he never.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't.
But if you're JID, you do.
Of course.
Yeah.
So what's the point where you're saying I'm not doing Summer Jam? I'd rather do my own.
I think
is a 21 Savage. Is a 21 Savage going to do Summer Jam?
Yeah, he should.
He should.
Yeah.
He did Dreamville Festival.
Yeah.
21.
So I don't think J. Cole's a platinum artist times however many. Mm-hmm. Over and over. You know what I'm saying? Platinum with no features. Like, it's apparent that people are there for him. Wherever he goes, there's a subsequent amount of people that will follow.
That's good.
So
subsequent amount.
Yeah, you like that? So I believe that when you're of that caliber, like a Kendrick could do something like that. But again, that takes a lot of work to put something like that together. It takes a lot of work to put one set together. Like, did y'all watch the Beyonce shit?
Some of it.
The Netflix?
Homecoming.
Yeah. Dude, I was in and out of it. But she started working on that performance like 170 days before the Coachella. Like, that shit looked crazy. I was like, damn. So it takes a lot to put that together. You got 200 people on stage. You got a lot to coordinate just for a set.
Yeah,
so imagine what a full festival looks like with security and insurance and liabilities and all of that. You're like, fuck that. I'll just take these $8 million from Coachella, headline that for 2 weekends, and you know what I'm saying, and go sit down somewhere.
And if you Beyonce, you ain't building out much of a brand, no way. Like, I'm at the point where I can get $8 million for a headline show. That's what I want to do anyway. I ain't trying to like.
She's just playing with house money at this point because she not only did she get $8 million for the performance, but then she gets the rights to the music to make the live album. Right. Then she gets the rights to the documentary to sell to Netflix for $60 million. So like it's just. Yeah. That's power move. That's boss moves at that point.
Right. And to piggyback off what you said earlier, Lou, when these artist-driven festivals, these are targeting their core demographic.
Right.
As opposed to I got to go to Coachella and sit through 5 hours of bullshit I don't want to hear.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not fucking with that. So if somebody gave you free tickets to any one of these, you could pick one. Which one would you go to? Or would you? You like, nah, I'm cool.
As far as the artist-based one or
any of them, any festival today, right now. You wouldn't do Coachella for free?
I'm not. I would have went to the Dreamville Fest. Like, I would have went to. I like J. Cole. I'm a fan of Dreamville and the people that he had there. I would have went to that. Made in America, maybe. But like I said, this need to be all access. I ain't trying to be like, nah, my nigga. I want to be on the side of the stage where they performing. Nah, them the tickets need to be like all access, like the press pass.
The press, you know, them get them Gucci skippers.
Nah, whatever my motives for not wanting to be, I'm trying to be back there.
You going to Coachella for the free if somebody offered you?
Nah, I mean, Coachella's not my thing. So
if they got box seats, then he in.
Yeah, they ain't got no box seats on the hill where Kanye was.
Do they have box seats in the Staples Center? Do you have any great
people in Kanye performers dressed like boxes?
I don't know which one I fuck with because they all kind of the same to me, honestly. Like
I go to somewhere different. Like Dreamville was in North Carolina. People didn't come there. Or I do Pharrell's because it's different. Because everybody been to Philly.
They on the beach and on Pharrell shit.
Yeah, but I haven't been to Virginia in a while. So
Rolling Loud, y'all ain't doing that?
Nah, that's too many. It's just, bro, I'm only interested in a handful of people, so it's like I'm not going there at 3:00 so I can see who I like to leave, then come back at 7 to see who to leave, then come back to the headline at 10. I'm way in the back. Man, fuck all that. Like, I'm good.
If you were curating the festival, who would like headline for you?
Just dream scenario?
Yeah. What's your vibe? What's your set?
Oh, for me, my personal
like if it was the
preference.
Animal Brown Festival or the Mxtra Festival, who would y'all headliners be?
Man, I would want to do one with some of like the internet artists that are popular. Like if rest in peace Nipsey.
Oh, I thought you meant
like Freddie Gibbs. I would do that level of artist. I don't need the big A-lister shit. Like I'm actually kind of cool
like
on that.
Freddie Gibbs, Currency, Moneybag Yo, that place.
Skip Moneybag Yo, but you were on to something. Yeah, nice try. You forcing Moneybag Yo into somebody's shit.
Shout out to Moneybag. I fuck with
Moneybag too, and he's going on tour with Wiz. That's gonna be cool, but Nah, I'm good on that.
What's your vibe?
Mine would be
Anderson .Paak.
It'll be a mix of rapping and hip
I
and
see you
R&B
right
for
there.
mine, for sure.
I
have
respect that.
because you said the internet. I thought you meant the group.
Oh, they dope too.
I will have them at my festival for sure. Anderson .Paak for real. Of course, I'm gonna have Cole.
Right.
But I still have gangster shit like 21. There, like I'll do all like a gumbo of rap and R&B for mine.
I ain't mad at that. Ain't that one music fest? Is that kind of?
They don't let me curate them. My shit'll be John Blaze.
Hey, you out there in the Birkenstocks.
Yeah, my shit'll be fire. It'll be a good mixture. And then you bring all the people together. So
Fair enough, man. Let's get to this music break. What we got next?
yes, second pick of the week is my DMV own Shy Glitzy, and this one is called Riding Down Slauson. R.I.P. Nip.
Let's hear it. All right, man. That was Shy Glitzy, a.k.a. Young Hefe, Holmes. How you feel about that Riding Down Slauson?
I like the hook. I feel like that he could make this a big song and make a big push to come back. I have an idea for this song.
For a video?
Period. For the song. They need to remix. They need to make this a big remix. And like people have dedication versus to Nipsey. Like you put a game with Kendrick, like you reach out to everybody and like take Shy Glitzy verse off.
Oh my God.
Let him do the hook and just have it like a commemorative song.
Like a 10-minute long song
like,
with just
like
hella
a
people
dope
on it.
ass song, like what you used to see, like just some dope ass shit just you wouldn't even expect. I would do the remix like that.
I'm actually not mad at that idea, but I like Shy Glitzy on this one. I like the record. This is Shy Glitzy's lane right here. He comes up with catchy melodies. You know what I'm saying?
Good message.
Yeah. No, it's a dope message. Like this was a cool song, nice vibe to it. This tape actually doesn't sound halfway bad. Either.
Yeah, I was about to say.
listening to it.
The whole project is pretty good.
Yeah. I thought Shy Glitzy was done. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a minute.
He had a couple of bangers last year.
He was on the Gold Link joint.
Yes, he did.
He sauced that.
He had a song with Trey Songz that was hard.
That Gold Link song was last year.
Well, it might
That
have
was
been a
2
year
years
before
ago.
that. Yeah. But he's staying relevant. But that song is hot though. I ain't gonna lie. I was listening to this all weekend. Just that song. Be real.
Repeat.
That shit was banging.
Slow weekend, huh?
It was either that or that Bun B. Which one you gonna choose?
Yeah, true.
Young Hefe, Holmes.
Yeah.
Question of the week.
Niggas on the OG.
Before we get out of here, man, we have a very unlikely pairing dropping a joint album soon. T Grizzly is getting ready to drop a new project entirely produced by Timbaland.
Oh God.
Strange, didn't see that coming.
Nope.
Nice mix of old and new. Which prominent hip hop producer would you like to see paired with a 25 and under artist?
I want to bring back Shawty Red Trap sound with Lil Baby.
Oh.
They'll do a little dope little tape. I don't need like 9 or 8 songs.
Yeah.
Put it together like that. I feel like that'll be fire.
That'll be dope. I haven't heard Shawty Red name in a stretch.
Man, I want to hit like just the little almost that era where Jeezy was in with Lil Baby back over it. I think that'll be
That'll be
fire.
hard.
I ain't
Mine
mad at
would
that.
be DJ Toomp and 21 Savage.
Toomp hard.
Ooh, that would be
Yeah.
fucking fire.
Nah, that'll
That's
be
not-
hard.
I like that.
Not gonna lie, the 2 for 2. I would take Pharrell because I just think he a dope ass producer, and I'd put him with somebody who I feel like has potential and that could do some of the harmonizing and stuff that Pharrell would have him doing. That's Juice WRLD. I think he's a young dude that's got potential, that's got
For real,
hit making ability.
He'll get him where he need to be.
Man, that's what I'm saying. With somebody like Pharrell coaching him, like you said, 9, 10 songs. We don't need a whole fucking double CD. Just a little project, 9, 10 joints. I think that should be hot. Are y'all checking for this T Grizzly and Timbaland? You know, you be hating on Timbaland though.
I don't like Timbaland beats.
Man, who do you like?
I don't like Timbaland beats. Like
Who don't like Timbaland beats?
me, nigga? Like I don't like them.
What's up,
Like
man?
what
You
Timbaland
like
song
Kanye,
shit-
Timbaland?
I like the respectable Kanye stuff.
Timbaland dope.
Like
man.
Own Up to My
Timbaland is a
Beautiful.
legend.
He
He
dope.
good for
You
what
don't like any of his beats?
I don't like upbeats. I'm not an upbeat. Like I don't like his tempo.
He got that bounce.
I respect what he does as far as like how cold he is. Like I seen him make the beat with the sounds and shit.
Yeah,
and
he
the
cold.
baby sound like that. That's fire.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm not that upbeat sound that he does. I'm not a fan of that.
Right.
I think he dope, and he dope. He can do R&B and hip hop, which is really hard to
Yeah,
be
that genuine.
effective
The
at both.
genuine. What is it? 100%.
That's a
Bang.
fire album. That Orange CD. That's how we reference that.
Orange CD.
That shit
Orange
was
CD.
fire. We have an On Deck of the Week coming from iTunes. Shout out to Cooley Miles.
Coolly.
He's the name of this is show idea number 3. All right, so he said dope show per usual.
Dope shirt too.
That too.
Thank you.
With 2 Chainz's previous album, Pretty Girls Love Trap Music, With the Pink House rollout, I wanted to know, or maybe an episode on some of your favorite albums, and y'all come up with interesting ways that y'all would have the rollout similar to the way 2 Chainz did. Keep doing y'all thing. See y'all in the rap chat. Super dope idea, Cooley Miles. The rap chat, of course, what he's referring to is on Facebook. Go join that group if you sleep. Very dope. I like that.
I like that idea.
How could you rebrand some of our favorite albums with rollouts? That's pretty dope, man. We're gonna have to sleep on that. I like that.
Got you.
We're gonna put a pin in that.
Parking lot that. Yeah, it's parking lot that.
Shout out to Cooley Miles, man, on Decker of the Week. What new music we got out here, man? What we listening to?
So low key, last week we had a lot of drops that came out. Yeah, a few.
did.
Yeah,
What came out?
not of commercial artists that you only listen to, but other people that came out as well.
I missed it then.
Yeah. So of course we just referenced that Bun B and Static Selector that came out title exclusive, Trill Static. Wiz Khalifa came out with Fly Times Volume 1.
A nice little vibe to it. Very 420-ish.
Yes. Eric Sermon came out with Vernia.
Skip.
Shy Glitzy came out with Covered in Blood.
Yep.
03 Greedo came out, was still in the projects.
I tried to listen to that because it's him and Mustard. I really was just there for the production. I made it to number 3 and I was out.
Yeah.
You don't like 03 Greedo?
I can't listen to him now.
Yeah.
It's tough.
That's
Wow.
my guy.
I like him on some records. Let me say that.
Did he get out of jail?
No.
No, he's in jail for 20 years.
Yeah, easy.
Jesus.
Jaden Smith, I believe, is
That's banging.
Earth is coming.
That's Iris.
Iris.
The album?
It's an EP. It's 3 songs.
Oh,
Jane Smith makes way better music than I would have imagined Will Smith's son to make.
right.
Yeah, what I've heard is cool. I ain't listened to that, but what I've heard, like I like that Icon Living.
Right. It's
Yeah,
old as
yeah,
fuck now.
that's
but
it.
And this, the other song that he got a video to, I like that too. Like
He make good music.
Yeah. And,
Surprisingly.
Asian chicks in there.
It's a Netflix
banging.
documentary coming out called The Grass is Greener. Salam Remy produced it, so it's a lot of hip hop. It's various hip hop artists on that record. I heard the song with the Locks. That is fire.
Yeah, I saw that preview. It's basically about how the laws of marijuana have affected.
People of color.
Yeah, it's on Netflix right now.
Yeah.
Came out.
And so apparently they pushed the Pete Rock back to this week.
What's the name of the Netflix show?
Grass is greener.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. Follow along. The Pete Rock is
I'm
coming
sorry
out.
to get back to Pete Rock's
Coming
album.
out this one.
Excuse
this
me.
Friday, the return of SP 1200.
No.
Queen Key is coming out with Eat My Pussy Again.
What?
Wait a minute.
And
Hold on. Wait. There's somebody who raps that's named Queen Key,
Yeah.
and the name of her project is Eat My
Oh, you
Pussy
like that?
Again. That's funny as fuck.
That's the name of it again, or you just saying it again?
Eat My Pussy Again is the name of the record.
That's funny
Name
as
of the album.
shit.
Yes. For the Throne, music from the HBO series Game of Thrones has some hip hop songs coming out. And
Quick Game of Thrones updates before we get out of here, too.
and Schoolboy Q is coming out with Crash Talk, which is I'm sure everyone in this room is looking forward to.
I'm very interested in hearing that
And
because
that is it.
that Blank Face was fire. I do not like the record with Travis Scott, though. I'm going to be honest. The
I told y'all.
Chopsticks does not move
I told
me.
you.
Queen Key look like that. That's the name of her album.
What does that mean, though?
See, we won't do this.
Right there.
That's the name of
All right, this is Toxic
Yeah,
Masculinity.
right there.
She like that's the name of her
You
album.
get it right there.
Nice setup episode for Game of Thrones. Saw my Thrones watchers out there.
It was
This
a
is our
snooze
10
fest.
seconds.
That's what it was.
What? It was a setup episode.
I don't give a damn. It was boring.
All right, my 2 predictions, spoiler alerts. If you're not here for it, cut it off.
Goodbye.
All right, so I think that Tyrion learned something from Bran when they were sitting right there talking about a fire and they cut us out of there. So whatever he talked to Bran about right there is going to save them in episode 3. Also, I think that like 60% of the people that we seen in the episode going to die.
Or I'm dead. Good as dead.
No one gave a shit about the last 15
Nobody
minutes.
but you.
Thrones.
You are the minority in this, sir.
What do you have on deck for the weekend?
I'm going to watch that Netflix documentary that y'all were talking about.
Okay.
I want to go to the Braves game, but it's supposed to rain on Friday, so we're going to play it by ear.
No draft?
No, I ain't going to the draft. You going to the draft?
No, I mean, at least watching the draft.
We don't have a first round pick, so
Whack ass team.
Cowboys. we traded him for Amari Cooper.
Never heard
the
of him.
best route running receiver in the league.
Never heard of
Yeah, okay.
Cowboys.
him.
It's the nation.
Oh my
In
God.
here.
We've been to Dallas once.
The real
This nigga Philly. fan.
Yeah. Been to Philly plenty of times.
It don't matter.
the real shit
been rooting for
popping
the
off this
Cowboys.
weekend is the Avengers. God damn it, I am ready.
I seen that tent outside. You taking it?
No,
You waiting?
I'm there Thursday night. I
Wow.
can't wait. 3 hours, I don't give a shit. 3, 4, 10, it doesn't matter.
So you're going Thursday night at 12.
Oh, hell no, I'm too washed for that.
Oh.
I'm going to go by 7:30.
You too washed to be going on a Thursday
The movie
night.
3 hours and 30 minutes?
It's 3 hours and 2 minutes.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm straight.
What kind of shit
That's
is that?
that's light work.
Yeah,
What
I'm
is this,
I'm gonna
Malcolm
catch it.
X? This is the Malcolm X of Avengers? What?
Yes, it
What
is.
the
It's
fuck?
that big.
I'm
Y'all
about to
saw what
catch it,
Thanos did.
2 weeks down the line.
Why?
Because I'm just not in a hurry like that.
You should be.
How could the movie be 3 hours? I don't understand.
You got to wrap up a lot of shit.
Yeah, it's a lot of
You ain't see what
intertwined
happened.
Oh, this is the
stories.
last one?
I don't
Well,
know.
this
No.
is going to close off a chapter. People
Yeah.
are going to die in this one. So there'll be people that had movies before this that won't have movies going
Ever
forward.
again?
No.
Yeah.
Like, are big people gonna die?
Yes.
Like Spider-Man?
No. He has a movie coming out next month. So no.
Yeah.
Or Spider-Man?
But there will
That's
be
what I had
people
to
that are
catch up on.
dying.
Wait.
I'm calling it.
Is the Black Panther going to die?
No, he made $1 billion. There's
So
no way
we're
in
not
hell.
going to cancel Marvel. We're not canceling Marvel. 'cause
No, we
Black
can't
Panther's
cancel
not gonna
Marvel.
die. All right, cool.
He's
As
still
long
in
as the
there.
Black Panther doesn't die, we good.
He gonna die in the credits.
Hot about that.
Opening credits.
Be hot about that 2 weeks from now when I go see that.
I was supposed to go to. We forgot about Broccoli City Festival. That's
Mm.
why I was hoping to attend, but my 9 to 5 requires me to be here
Fair
this
enough.
weekend. I got to do some extra work on Saturday, unfortunately.
Mm.
So I'm gonna be here. That's what it is. Check out these playoffs for sure. My boy Dame Dollars is cooking.
Playoffs.
Pistons in 7.
Dame Dollars,
My
Dame
boys-
time, baby.
My
Dame
boys
time.
swept the first round. We just quietly building up them W's.
Who? Who's your boy?
Boston.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. bro.
Oh my God.
Why are
yeah.
you a Boston fan?
Same reason you're a Hawks fan, my nigga.
No, I'm from Atlanta.
No, same reason.
Do you
you're a
even eat
Hawks
clam
fan.
chowder? nigga?
Why you don't like the Falcons?
I like the Falcons. I just root for the Eagles before the Falcons.
Niggas like the Falcons gotta have another team.
That's a fact.
Like you can't just
that's
like
not
I
true.
ain't never been a Falcons
Yeah,
fan.
that's a lie.
Just like
my
the
brother's
Falcons.
a diehard
All,
Falcons.
them
fan.
niggas
All
be
my
like,
friends
I
from
like the
Atlanta are
Falcons, but
diehard
shit. I like the
Falcons.
49ers too, because Deion went there. I like the Browns.
He's not
Because Andre
Atlanta.
Rison, after he left here, he went
The
there. That's
Browns?
Atlanta nigga for you. That's Atlanta
You
nigga
know,
for
you don't know no real Atlanta niggas, man. That's a fact.
I know y'all ain't got a real
All
team.
my friends are
Y'all ain't got a
are
real
Falcons
team.
fans.
That's what I
You what? You want to know why you're a Cowboys fan? Because Nashville didn't have a fucking team. when you
That's
was
true.
growing up.
That's true. 5 rings. 5 rings, though.
5 rings that you were
Cowboys.
in elementary school to see.
Oh, man. If you're interested in this NFL talk, please
Right.
listen to the Full Sport Press podcast.
Shout out to
this
the
man.
guys, the good guys at FSP.
Absolutely, man. We are out of here now. Go to iTunes and rate, subscribe. Follow us on youtube.com/OndeckTV podcast. And don't forget, stay tuned. We're doing something special in the Atlanta area for our 300th episode.
300th
Stay
episode.
tuned, all
And
right?
look out on
Yes,
social
sir.
media. We will have a survey ready for you guys on the Realville Media Network.
There it is, man.
Psyched.
We out.